And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Cosmic Factory. Now, this, if you may have seen an earlier version of this, it was called Chaosmos for a while, but the name was changed to Cosmic Factory. Now, Cosmic Factory is actually a reworking of an older game that came out from Mayfair's little Simply Fun style line called Mad City. So I like Mad City. You can go watch my review of it, but you don't need to because you can't find that game anywhere. Didn't have very good components. Now we have much better, nicer looking components here in a game with some also updated things called Cosmic Factory. In Cosmic Factory, you are building a cosmic solar universe. You're going to be doing so by building a grid of 3x3 tiles. You are timed as you are doing this and trying to form groups of the same color planets while obeying some sort of arbitrary rule that may or may not exist. That sounds more convoluted, and it definitely sounds more chaotic than it actually is. Let me show you. So over the course of the game, each player is going to have their own player board in front of them with 4 score markers. You have orange desert worlds, green jungle worlds, and ice worlds, and you're going to be keeping a score token for those. You also have a star token to keep track of your comet score. And at the end of the game, your score is going to be equal to your lowest marker plus your stars. So this case would be 3 plus 7 would make 10. So how do I get to that point? The game is going to take 5 rounds, and so you're going to have a deck of cards here, and you'll have 5 cards that you'll use to keep track of the rounds. You'll turn over the top card, and it will tell you something, and we'll talk about this in a little bit. And then each player is going to, from this bag, draw 9 tiles. So let's see if I can get 9 tiles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From these 9 tiles, you're going to go through them, and you're going to pick 3 of them. So maybe I want this one, and this one, and then pass the 6 to the next player. That player will pick 3 and keep them, and then they'll pass the 3 left over to the next player. Each player is then going to end up with a set of 9 tiles, 3 of which you don't know what they are because you did not draft them. These are placed here, the timer's flipped over, and then players are going to be building a 3x3 grid as quickly as they can using these tiles. So let me see in this case. So the timer's running. When the timer runs out, you're going to be forced to put down any tiles that you haven't built yet randomly. All right, so I will. No, I still got time. Let me do this like that. Let me do this. Done. All right, so now I'm going to score. So I'm going to score for my green areas first. So there's a scoring track here. It says if a green area is 3 to 5, your green token moves 1, 6 to 8, it moves 3, 9 plus it moves 5. So here's one green area, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get 3 green points. This green area is 2, nothing, 1, 2, 3. That gives me 1 point. 2, nothing, 1, 1. So I get 1 point plus 3, so I'm going to move my green marker forward 4 spaces. Then the blues, you need fewer of them to go farther. 2 to 4 gives you 2 points, which is great because I got 2 here and 3 here. So that is 2 points, 2 points. So 4 for my blues. Oranges, you need the fewest. 2 to 3 oranges will give you 2 points. Unfortunately, I only have 1 orange planet, so my orange doesn't move at all. Then I'm going to count my longest path of comets. So maybe if I start here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the farthest one. But wait, this card said branches count. Oh, that's even cooler than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of my 9 tiles count. And then I'll move my star token forward based on that. So I have 8, so I will move my star token forward 2 points. Then I throw all these tiles back in, and we start another round, drafting the other way. Also, as players are building these, you can grab one of these tokens. These are going to give you bonus points, 3 bonus points, if you have the largest group. So if I grab this green one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 is the largest or tie for the largest group, I'll get 3 points, otherwise I'll lose 2. So I got to be careful when grabbing these. And then the cards can change things too. Orange zones get you an extra point. When the sand timer runs out, take a tile off of your neighbor's galaxy. Each with 3 planets gets an extra point. Constellation zones will give you points based on how many you have. And there's a whole deck of cards with various things that you can do. And you're going to do this for 5 rounds. And after 5 rounds, you'll do the scoring like I mentioned. And the most points is the winner. So the tiles themselves are good quality. They're really easy to tell the difference between the planets apart, between the orange, blue, and the green planets. These are nice and thick. The tokens are fine. I might complain that the tokens are really easy to fall off the scoring track. You gotta be careful if you bump this. It might not be easy to remember where you are. The cards are neat. There's all kinds of cool cards that will do various things to the game. They change things up. You can play without them if you want to play an easier game. They're not very good quality though. They're okay at best. I'm not impressed with the quality of the cards. Happily, it does come with a tuck box to put the cards in. And then the bag here, great bag. You know, if you're going to have a big bag that has these inside it, you're definitely going to want to be able to feel inside before you pull out the tiles. So that's really good quality. Cosmic Factory is a lot of fun. I'm very happy with this game. I liked Mad City back in the day, but I like having this cosmic motif with the green, yellow, and orange plants. Looks really good on the table. It's really fun to mix them up. Now, listen carefully. A lot of people are going to be annoyed, and they might say, hey, I don't really like speed games. I get it, but very rarely in this game am I not done before the timer runs out. And, I mean, the timer's more there to keep you from fiddling it to find the very perfect thing. You're going to put it down and say, I'm pretty sure that's good. See, the game is all about the drafting, not necessarily taking the tiles and making the best you can. And you're drafting looking for a lot of green, a lot of blue, a lot of orange, or a lot of ways to make that comet tail. Because the scoring's pretty cool. It's that typical Knizia scoring, take your lowest color, but then you add in that comet. If you make your comet get a lot of points all 5 rounds. Let's say your comet scores 3 points, 5 rounds. That's 15 points plus something else. Of course, you might not do very well in your oranges. Maybe your oranges only made it to 3 then. 15 plus 3 is a final score of 18. The cards also add some elements of interaction and fun and silliness. Sometimes they use those constellations like you saw. Sometimes they have you turn over 2 of your tiles that are black holes. And there was one where you draft all your tiles and then you give it to the next person and those are their tiles. That's kind of an interesting thing. You're trying to draft badly for somebody. I like it. It's fast, it's simple, and even if you don't like speed games, you might find this one fascinating because, again, the time is more of a don't take too long rather than a who's fastest wins. Who's fastest does not win in this game. You could consistently finish before everyone else and easily lose if they take their time drafting carefully and building it so that they get their orange, green, and blue markers all up at the same time. It's a lot of fun. There's a little bit of luck, obviously, in what tiles you initially draft. You draft different directions each round, 5 rounds. It feels like a really good length. This is a really cool game. You definitely want to check it out. Cosmic Factory. Dice Tower Judgment approved.